Hello YouTube, welcome once again. Alfred here for Wakati Avenue, and I hope you guys been well since my last video. Today's topic will be one on a very cliche one, and this one is on your mission. I know there's plenty of the same topics here in YouTube. Many people have made such videos, but my take would be on why a lot of you guys, especially the men out there, should watch the Denzel Washington movie called The Book of Eli. You can call it The Book of Eli, The Book of Eli, whatever. But that movie is one that really anyone who's on his mission should watch and take heed of that movie. Why? Because it shows how a man in a mission really should concentrate and should be whilst in the mission. In that movie, what really caught me, and this is what inspired this video, is that in actual fact, Denzel Washington, even though he fights bad guys in that movie, he gets to kill guys, he gets to walk his mission, at the end of the movie it's revealed that Denzel Washington's character is actually blind. It's not easy to know while you're watching it because it doesn't show, even though he's wearing, I think he wears glasses throughout the movie, right? But my take on that is that his blindness represents the fact that when you're in your mission, right? Denzel's mission was basically to get the book, I think it was a holy book, probably a Bible, to somewhere, right? I don't want to put any spoilers out there, but he was taking a very sacred book and taking it to somewhere, right? Where it should be, like probably it was supposed to be reprinted or something like that. So that was his mission. But that book, incidentally, many people wanted that book, and so the bad guy in that movie put a bounty on Denzel Washington's head, and he set some bad guys to go after him, his minions to go after him, basically. Now Denzel Washington, fortunately for him, he was able to really get rid of these bad guys and subdue them. And at the end, he did get the book, the sacred book, to its destination, and that's the whole point of the movie, I guess. But there's a lot of things in between. I don't want to spoil the movie for you guys. But like I was saying, the take on this was the fact that Denzel's character was blind, right? Denzel's character was blind, and so he was able, what I wanted to say is that that character being blind meant that he was blind to everything else but his mission. Anything that was coming his way, any obstruction, he was blind to it. And I think that was the whole purpose of making Denzel Washington's character, I think let's call him Eli, blind. So that's the take, and that's the thing I wanted to talk about. You should be blind to anything that's not serving your purpose, that's not serving your mission. Everything is just an obstruction. When you've mapped out your strategies, you've mapped out exactly where you want to be in life, you are at a stage that you may not be that well off, you may not be quite there, but you know exactly where you're headed. You know that what's supposed to be done, what work is supposed to be put in so that you get to your purpose, doing what you're supposed to be doing each and every day. Of course, this will take time to actually realize. Not everyone realizes their mission the same way, nor does everyone get to his purpose at the same rate as everybody else. So this will take time, and as everything unfolds slowly for some for faster, some success may come at a very high rate, some very slowly, but they see progress. All that whilst that is happening at the same time, make sure everything else is relevant to your mission. Even if you decided to date, right? Even if you decide to get a girl, even if you decide to buy a car, make sure that car is serving your mission. Make sure that car is not just for vanity's sake. Make sure that car is not to garner confidence in people, but it should bring you confidence or remind you that that you've hit your goals. You get it? Everything else is irrelevant. For example, I've started being I've always been I've always blinded out things like politics in my life because they really don't serve me. Yes, I'll know the latest policies. I'll follow up on some of my government's important policies and all that. But like staying up all night and maybe on Twitter conversating about politics, coming together with guys just talking about nothing but politics, politicking as they say, I don't do that no more. In fact, I never just used to be like interested in that stuff. I'd rather just sit back. If that's what guys want to do, or people want to hang out and just talk politics, talk about the government, especially with no solution intact, I don't do that. I just don't. I'd rather be at my own, improving on my skills or whatever I'm doing at that moment or in time. So like I'm really blinded. I've really blocked out political conversations. Yes, I'll talk. I'll have opinions here and there. I'll talk about it. Just to conversate. Just to gain rapport with people. But mostly it's not my forte. I just don't do that. I just don't politic. I don't talk politics mostly. It's not my my arena. Because I just don't see how people in the government really help me, Yeah, I know they set policies and all that, but at the end of the day, politics usually is all about, spinning, it's all about corruption, especially here in Africa. It's all about corruption, and that's all they talk about, the latest gossip about politicians. I mean, it's a waste of time. There's really nothing of substance when people are talking about politics. It's just the same old talking points, and I don't really do that. And so many other things I've blocked out, and that has really served me well because now I can really concentrate and really put into my head relevant stuff. Like for example, learning how to create the music I wanted. I've always wanted to create music. I've always wanted to try and write blogs and write articles in a regular basis, which I'm really trying to do right now in my website. I've always wanted to tweet things of substances. I'm back on Twitter right now, and the things I tweet are usually of substance and always mission orientated. I don't really sway towards things that are irrelevant to my life or to most of people I'd like to reach out to, right? So that's it. Be blind to everything else, but your mission should be just focus. So yeah, in fact, that's the word that can explain this. Real focus. Focus on your mission. Yes, this is life. You still have to be out there, do whatever. Once in a while, you can chill, and I love chilling. I love talking different points. You can talk about this, but you can talk about this. You can talk about that. But what I'm trying to say is that while you're still in your mission, probably there's a time that you have to be very intense in your mission, really focused. You really have to get the knowledge. For example, when I'm supposed to be on Skillshare, right? I really have to concentrate on the lessons at hand, right? I can't do anything else that's not really contributing to what I'm learning. All that other stuff will be put away, especially the irrelevant will just be forgotten. Then you come back some other time. If something you think is probably important, then you can come back to it, do it, or whatever. But at the moment, you're focusing, you're on your mission, you're focusing on your vision. Make sure everything else is blocked out. Make sure you're blind to everything else. The blindness means that you're really ignoring the noise, you're ignoring whatever that is trying to sway you or derail you from your mission. That's what the blindness is. It's not that you're being naive. That's different. Being naive means that you do not really know what's happening. You don't know how you came about to that certain situation. And you find yourself in a tricky situation because you didn't know, or you were ignorant of how to see and then really move away from the situation. But when you're blind to a situation, I'm talking about when you're in your mission, putting blinders on you means that you are focused. You see those obstructions coming, right? But you choose to be blind. You choose to ignore them. A good example would be, when someone, these horse tracks, right? These horse races. If you watch horse races, right, they usually put those blinders by the sides of the horse's eyes, right? So that they did not see the crowd or something, because the crowds obviously they're an obstruction to the horse. These horses may go haywire if they probably see and hear the crowd going wild, right? Because everybody else is cheering for their horses to win. So the blinders are set there so that the horse stays on course, stays on the track, and doesn't sway away, nor they obstructed by this crowd. And that's exactly what I'm trying to convey to you guys. So put those blinders on. Be blind, not naive. When I say blind, don't go away. Don't walk just in your mission blindly. It's pretty obvious because when I started, I told you guys, be strategic, have a plan, make sure that you're ticking your plans. So that alone means that you're not blind. You know where you're going, right? So then you can put on the blinders after that. But if you are not going to be strategic, if you're not going to plan out your whole mission out daily, maybe, or weekly, or even monthly, if you're not going to do that, then what you're doing, you're just walking blindly, and you'll be naive to all the other obstructions coming your way, because you will not know what to leave and what to accept into your mission. So yeah, I hope that one was a bit understandable, and that's what I had for you guys. And this has been your boy Alfred from Wakati Avenue, and I'm signing out. More knowledge to you guys. Peace.